Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Life is Better with Music with Gavin and Mitchell. Before we get started this week, we got some show stuff we got to talk about. So today we were going to record on Halloween, but today's November 1st, and Hades is supposed to come out this month. It still might. There's a possibility. But it may be pushed to the beginning of December just because marching season has taken a kind of a big chunk away from the progress I had. Just because with my job, I get up at like 4 in the morning and then I'm not home until like 7 really because the marching band stuff ends at like 5:30. I sit in the office for a little while, blah blah blah. You know what I mean. And then it's like a half hour across Columbus for me. So it's a long, long day. And then, when you get home from a long day and you have to wake up early, you don't want to try and chunk out a big chunk of your show. So I know it sucks, but I mean, what do I have done? I have part 5 basically done, the drill all halfway through part 4 done. So it's just like basically a part and a half, really. 2 parts kind
Yeah.
of. You got the drill for part 5, the last half of part 5 musically, and then the last half of part 4 drill wise. So it's about 2 full things. And then I got some little nitpicky things I gotta do show design wise. I have to get with Mitchell here so we can make all of the kind of like the costume design for the show and all that. So we got to get into that soon. But we're trying to make a good product and post the clips of the music where we can. I don't know if I want to release the full MP3 just because
No.
if you email and like are interested in the purchase, then the full MP3, like you can hear it and stuff like that. What if it's like interested to you, interesting to you. But eventually, probably by the end of the year, the full MP3 will be released. But I just think, keeping the kind of it segmented on the website maybe better. I don't know. We'll see how it goes. Um, I have a weather alert. What's the weather alert right now? Special weather. Hold on. Huh. Oh, so it's gonna be foggy tomorrow. It's telling me.
There you go.
Happy Christmas. Merry Christmas, everyone. We're
It's
November
Christmas season.
1st.
It's Christmas season.
I'm stocking Christmas product at work right now. So
Oh,
like
there you go.
I'm telling you.
Sprite cranberry.
No, that's Coke.
That's right.
But I do have like Christmas 7 Up, Christmas Canada Dry coming in, some Christmas
Ooh.
squirt stuff.
Ooh.
I'm getting all the
Sounds good.
Christmas. I've been getting the Christmas flavor since the beginning of October. so I've I was supposed to build a Halloween display in October, but it was a Christmas display because it was all Christmas flavors. so, um, but besides that, we got a little Hades. Like that was the Hades update. Um, though ironically, I did sort of start the next show as well, and I guess I could have taken that time for the finishing part 4 musically to be a little more ahead. But I did I started starting the next show, kind of starting in the opener a little bit, just playing around, basically, just trying to see like what I'm looking for exactly. So that did take a bit of time as well on one of the days I was feeling motivated. um, and the reason why it may push to December is because we have this week. I can cram a lot of it out this week. I have basically all of next week, but then next Friday I go to Indy for Grand Nats. Then after that, I'm going to Minnesota. And after that, I'm coming home for a day. And then I'm going right back up to New York. And then I'm coming back and then probably Toledo. And then I go back to work. So it's like a whole thing. And then that whole week's Thanksgiving. So it's going to be all busy. So it should come out by the beginning of December. Since now the time's a lot more open. But besides for that, before we jump into like Bands of America and stuff, I know Mitchell, you went to a show this past weekend. Was
Yeah, I
that
did.
KMEA State?
That was KMEA state championships for all the classes. So I went out to Eastern Kentucky University with our good pal Kevin. And we had the full day of state finals, so class 1A through 5A, and the 1A bands in Kentucky scared me because there it's not that it's weird because they had small group, which is fine. I understand that. And their front ensemble was on the back hash of the 50-yard line, or like the front hash of the 50-yard line. Just wait, it gets weirder. And then no drum line, and then no drum major for most of the groups. And I'm just like,
Was it the director
no,
directing?
it wasn't even the
Nothing.
director. It was you had to listen to the front ensemble or the back ensemble, which is why it was behind you.
No.
I know. And then I said, I looked over at Kevin and I saw the first group. I'm like, what is this? And he's like, this is Kentucky 1A marching band. And I'm like, oh God, I don't like this. So
Well, and the thing, like front
eventually,
ensemble behind the band, like the farthest I've seen is like back, and I think it'd be cool to have front ensemble in different parts of the field. But like for Licking Heights show this year, we just turned it,
right.
and it was like on the field, but we turned it kind of like what Tarpon did with RP1, but it was
Yeah.
together. Or
Yeah.
Revelation Remix, it was just on the opposite side of the field.
Mhm.
I feel like it'd be cool to have all the front ensemble on a prop, but it's the thing about the sound delay and timeness of the band that makes it a confliction.
Yeah. It just it was weird. But it was really cool. There were some really interesting shows. There were some. I definitely had a couple favorites of mine. Murray High School from Kentucky. They're going to be at Grand Nationals in a couple weeks. You're going to want to see them.
Heck
Um,
yeah.
you're going to want to see them. They are amazing. They really just, man, they really just put it out there for me, and I was eating it all up. And then Beechwood was a really good show too from Kentucky. They'll be at nationals as well. And then Bourbon County from Kentucky. All three groups are in BOA 1A, and it's just I think it's going to be a Kentucky 1A sweep. Um,
Hmm.
it's going to be a Kentucky 1A sweep, and I don't think it's going to be close. I don't think any other group really has a chance. But I really was impressed with all three of those programs. I My one complaint about Beechwood, they play the Great Gig in the Sky, and no, that's not. It's the fact that the flugel solo from Ben Garnarsen's flugel solo was given to a tenor player.
That's all we have today, folks.
Yep.
Like,
Yeah, I'm gonna
no,
go. I'm gonna go run off and scream some expletives.
no,
Because
put it on a
I hate that.
flugelhorn.
I know. I don't care
Or
if you don't have a decent
I
trumpet
hate to say
player.
it, I'd be okay if it was on trumpet or mellophone
Yeah.
rather than tenor.
No, you don't need it to be a tenor. Don't give me that. That's stupid. You don't do that. You don't do something like that after it was done so well by a flugel solo. But either way,
Twice.
exactly twice. But either way, it was a good show.
That's good.
Bourbon County is bringing the heat. They won their class. Murray was second place in 3A.
Hmm.
Uh, Beechwood was third, and then Esto County was in first, which they're not coming to
Nice.
Nats, but they were really good too. And then the biggest shock of the night, Lafayette High School from Kentucky has been slain. The proverbial dragon has been slain. Madison Central took them out as the top band in the state. And congrats to Madison Central. I really was impressed. And also, and for the first time in 18 years, Henry Clay made finals at state, and the first time in their history in 5A. So congrats to them. They had a hell of a show. They were awesome. They were all pretty proud. I actually was on the field with their directors during awards, and they went from sixth place in 5A to fifth place in 5A, which was really cool. And that was really fun.
Yeah.
Really fun talking to them, talking to the kids after their run. They definitely killed it. But yeah, it was a good weekend. It's a fun weekend.
So we had our states. Our states is over 4 days. It's this last Saturday, Sunday, and then this next Saturday, Sunday, and you have the whole season to qualify until the last weekend. So we went Saturday. We went the first day because we qualified the first weekend. We were out, so we had a walk. We picked like 8:30. We picked 8:30 the first day. Um, it wasn't our best run, but we did get straight ones. At the end of the show, there was like a little timing chunk. That just it's never happened before, but of course on the last run of the year it happened.
Oh, of
Um,
course.
but the judges didn't say anything about it either, so it was like
Well,
cool. So our best show was the Newark. So not this last weekend, the weekend before when we got like the best Vise and all that. So Mitchell, I'm finally ready. I'm prepared this time.
are you?
We're gonna watch Licking Heights show.
Ooh.
Hold on. Right here. This is Newark. So this is like the show that we won everything at. So all the choreography is me, except for color guard. That's Doug Perry. This is me right here.
I have a video of Henry Clay that I forgot to send you. Look at you go.
Yeah, that's me. That's Sam. That's a band parent.
Would you like to watch Henry Clay's show after this? I can send it to you real quick.
Send it to my Gavin Ray email.
Got it.
Okay, so can you see this, Mitchell?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, there's Doug right here. He's the color guard guy. Yeah, so this is the show we got best perk, Vige, auxiliary out of everybody. So this is our best show of the season.
All right, just sent it to you, so you should get it. You should have.
Okay,
it.
I'll look at it after this.
Yeah.
Because we got straight ones this whole entire season.
That's awesome.
Whole entire season. So
That's exciting. And they don't have an indoor program?
no.
Gotcha.
They used to have indoor guard, but they don't have enough now.
Oh, really? They don't have enough color guard people to do it?
It's just also timing of Mr.
Right.
Doug Perry. So
Oh, 100%. Yeah, that's fair.
So this show is called River Songs, and our flute soloist there just played Row, Row, Row Your Boat. So all the choreography is me. So here you go.
I can't hear anything. I can see it
Huh?
all. I can't hear anything. I can see it all, though.
Hold on. You can't hear anything?
I cannot. There, I can hear it now.
It was on. I just had to turn it back off and on. Shenandoah.
Oh man.
What's going on there? Delta Dawn. You know Dublin's their own, right?
Kind of. Not really.
We beat them this show. They're a pretty good band.
Nice.
I'm not a big fan of their show this year, but
Right.
if you heard it, I know you wouldn't be either.
How it's a flute solo.
She's good. She's
She's
the best
good.
player.
He's good, but I don't like how it's a flute solo. It needs to be a sax. Maybe a soprano.
It can't be a sax. She's like the best flute player. She's usually a Yeah, so that was River Songs. That's what I had the
That's
pleasure of teaching
that's a lot. That looks like
every
a lot of
season.
fun.
Oh, it was. It was a lot of fun.
Looks like a fun show.
I mean, it is. I would never want to perform it myself personally.
No,
And I
yeah,
know a lot of these kids said they don't really like it, but they still performed it, and
yeah,
that's what matters. They still,
yeah.
went
They
out.
bought in and went for it. That's really what matters.
Who's this? Okay, is that Henry Clay you sent me?
I
I
sent
was
you
just sent.
both Henry Clay and Westfield
Okay, so
because
before we get
Westfield was state champs too.
true, before we jump into that though, I do want to look at the scores because I know we're kind of crunched on time.
I mean, I got a little bit. We're good.
I know. I just want to make sure.
Yeah, for
Ah,
sure.
hold on. Can you see that
No.
screen?
I could see the little gray box.
Can you not see?
Oh, I could see. I could see like the web page, the BOA page.
Okay,
Yeah.
that's what I'm. Okay,
Okay.
that's what I
Okay.
was
Cool.
asking.
Cool.
Okay, so BOA,
Dobbins Bennett was at that show, if I recall.
this one.
Yes.
Wait, sorry. Okay, so prelims. Yeah, Dobbins Bennett. Dobbins Bennett's there. I love Dobbins Bennett.
I don't like their
Wow.
show this
Hey,
year, but
Kyle Young,
yeah, we love Kyle. We love Kyle. Kyle's great. Kyle is
Robert
fantastic.
Solomon. And I mean, not really any surprises for me in prelims.
No. Finals, there wasn't really a shock for me either. Good for
Yeah.
Burns for
Yeah,
being
Burns right behind
1.6,
Dobbins Bennett.
and they're going to Nats, so who knows?
Seriously, well, that's
Who
a lot of
knows?
grow time. You got 2 more
Yeah,
weekends.
you got 2 more weekends to get 1.6 points on Dobbins Bennett, which Dobbins Bennett, I mean, I didn't
Well,
think
and
they should have made it last year, but they
Did
did.
Dobbins
So
Bennett sweep that still? Didn't they sweep it still?
yes, they still
Like
did.
barely, but
Yeah,
they swept it.
I'm pretty sure they did. Yeah. And then this show, I was kind of interested at this show. We had Dartmouth
Saucedo.
taking it. Yes, we love Saucedo.
I feel like
And
he's just like a show every weekend.
Saucedo is just there. I mean,
He's always there.
he's just vibing. Dartmouth High School from
Dartmouth.
Massachusetts, very strong indoor program. Taking their first step into BOA. Good for them.
Was it you who stayed at that school or was it me?
I stayed at Dartmouth. Yeah.
You
We stayed at Dartmouth for 3 days. Yeah.
I keep thinking I'm like I know what I've heard Dartmouth multiple times.
Well, that's also where Tom Unks teaches. So
makes sense then.
yeah, that's where we stayed for all the Boston area shows in 21.
Heck yeah. So I mean everyone's in the 70s and 83.6 for Dartmouth.
Yeah, Dartmouth's
bad.
first BOA and then first win. I mean,
yeah, seriously. Congrats to them.
Yeah, and they beat Norwin, which is kind of interesting.
And that's close. I mean, they're right behind them. So that's
yeah, for sure. And that's an interesting one right there.
They tied in GE.
Oh,
they tied in GE.
I did see that.
It must have been. Oh yeah, hold on. So, Norwin took Vige. Right? Yeah.
Yes.
And then Dartmouth took music. No,
yes.
Sorry. Other way around.
Yeah.
Norwin took music. Dartmouth took Vige.
Yeah.
See, I wish there was just an average sheet. Just show me the averages. Go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Just I don't care about the performance order. I don't.
Yeah. No, I just want to know the placements.
I mean, and if you do, put them on the end.
Right. Yeah.
And go performance time, and then have it just. This would be placements.
Good for
that
them.
could be performance time.
Congratulations, Dartmouth. First BOA, and they're who knows? Maybe we see them take a trek out to Nats maybe in the next couple of years. Who knows? We'll have to see what happens. Keep an eye on
Hopefully.
them. And then the Waco championship was interesting.
Another Texas show.
If my memory is not mistaken, we saw Cedar Park take the whole thing.
Yeah, they took it in right here in prelims. And then
good for them.
Finals. Yeah, Cedar Park took it.
Good for them.
I think sweeping
Congrats.
captions. Yeah, I think no.
Yes, they did. Yeah, they did.
Oh yeah, they did. Yeah,
They swept.
I'm
Yep.
highlighting the wrong number. Yeah,
Congratulations, Cedar Park.
yeah.
Fantastic,
Seriously.
fantastic season so far. And then they have San Antonio this weekend.
Ooh,
So let's see. Let's see.
the bigger Fort Texas.
I don't even. I'm not even gonna take a guess at predictions. I'm just gonna throw. That's just throwing darts on the dartboard, and that won't happen. Because whenever I say, well, the opposite will happen because San Antonio's San Antonio.
Yeah.
Inflation is inflation.
Heck yeah. And then obviously this weekend
We got Utah and San Antonio, and then
San Antonio.
next weekend we have big boy itself. And then this weekend we also have Indiana State Finals. So we see Carmel going up one more time against Avon before Nats, and we'll see what happens there. We'll see how that shakes out. I mean, I think I could take a random guess and say I know what's gonna happen, but well, who knows? Maybe it doesn't happen like that. But although I will say we got screwed over by performance order. We're first in final. We're the first band on, and Avon's near the last. And I'm like, oh, that's convenient. So we're really just gonna have to nail everything. It's not our year for ISMA. Who knows about BOA? Maybe we still take that. We'll see. We'll see what happens. We'll have to see. It'll be an interesting one. I mean, shoot, it's close. That's all I'm saying. And last time it was relatively close. Someone won a national championship.
Oh, I know.
We'll see. We'll see what happens.
So we got New England State Championships right here.
Yep.
If we're going overall, that'd be Trumbull, 93.6.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of 90s.
Yeah.
That's their late season peak. New Jersey, then
Joycey.
96.
Okay.
96 overall.
Yeah. That sounds about right.
Lenape Valley Regional High School. It's pretty. Again, this is peaking for bands because it's a different circuit.
Yeah.
Oh, don't get scared, Mitchell. Got North Penn High School here for the U.S. Bands Mid-Atlantic Regional. The New Jersey State Championships again. What 93.4? Yeah, 93.4.
Fake Allentown. The fake Allentown is there. The cringe Allentown.
Real Allentown.
No, that's the cringe Allentown.
Then New England State Championships again. 91.4. And I know these are like different classes and stuff, but I'm just kind of looking at overall. Dennis Yarmouth Regional High School. And then again, their season's wrapping up too. So you have all this left that we'll cover next week. San Antonio, of course. Austin, Houston, all of them happening.
Mm-hmm.
But from that, there's no new videos on here, is there?
No.
Come on, BOA things. I entrusted you with these videos so we could have more content. What is this? No. Sorry, but no. Okay, sorry, BOA things. You don't have any videos for me today.
L plus ratio.
Okay.
Their show is entitled From the Depths. It was a real cool show.
This is the group you worked with last year, right?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay. I like the hands on those front scrims.
Mm-hmm.
Symbolizing climbing up from the depths.
Nirvana?
Henry Clay High School Lexington takes the
They look small.
This is also pretty high up, but yeah, I mean, they're not super small. I forget what their exact numbers are.
Ours at Looking Heights is 124, I think.
I see.
Okay, so now I can see them better. Who's the drill writer?
I don't know off the top of my head. I forget.
You
I
should
know
ask and get back to me. And it looks familiar. I feel like I've seen this type of drill.
I mean, this is a West Cartwright design, and Jordan Lalama helped design it.
Okay. Are they marching any holes?
Yeah, they have a couple kids that either had COVID or they had like one or two that had COVID.
Okay, because I've just
Sadly.
been seeing some holes. So I didn't know if it was spacing or if it was
It was COVID.
COVID holes.
Yeah.
Those look like those would be made of like the things that hold a trampoline.
Right.
Do you know what they're made of? Are they made of that? I feel like they are.
They're made of wood. Like the bases are wood.
And what did they place overall again?
5th in state finals in their
Fifth.
class.
Okay.
And they only take 6. Actually, they
Okay.
beat North Hardin for 6th place in state finals by .05.
Whew.
Yeah.
Too close for comfort.
Oh, yeah. I mean, North Hardin was pissed.
I would be too.
I would be furious. You'll notice something here in the backfield. It's pretty interesting.
those the woodwinds?
Brass players.
That's not uncommon for band members to use swing flags, though. I've seen that a couple times. I think Licky Heights did it a couple years ago. All the drum line they got on swing flags. That's cool though that you get your performers into the color guard stuff as well. I really did like that show.
Yeah, I do too.
This is where my visual thing gets a little picky.
Oh well, yeah. No, I know.
That drill at the end, like with the curves, how I said, like that's some interesting drill. It's just, I don't think going backwards with curves, backwards jazz running in curves is like 100% what I would do there.
No, I would not. But
because I get he wanted the turnaround with the uniforms.
Yeah.
But it's just the spacing and the technique kind of goes all over the place just because you don't see many drum corps doing that either.
No.
And I've only had the backward jazz run in high school once, and it was in RP1. But I was in the back of the form.
Actually, I lied. I have had the backwards jazz run. God.
Sorry, I lied. I was in the front rotating a block backwards. So they kind of stopped looking at me.
Right. And, you know, I don't know if it's Jordan Lalama that writes. I think Jordan Lalama does choreo. I think Wes Cartwright does like show design and stuff. Because this is definitely a Wes Cartwright show.
Yeah.
With all the bright colors. And it's different than what they've done in the past couple of years, but I'm very happy that they finally gotten into finals for the first time in 18 years.
Yeah, and they definitely performed it really well. Too.
Oh,
like,
yeah,
they sold
definitely.
the show.
Oh, they totally did.
But it's just that if I were to change anything about that show, it would be that those drill sets at the end with the curves.
Yeah, and you know they didn't really have they didn't have enough money to pay for a field staff, like so they did this with like almost a bare bones staff. They had like a couple,
and that's impressive.
They had like one guard staff member outside of the guard person, They had like 1 or 2 people come in part-time, but like no one really like consistently outside of my friend Lauren,
Yeah.
outside of the directors and the percussion. So it wasn't like obviously they did what they could with what they had.
Uh-huh.
And I think they did really well there.
Oh yeah.
I
It's a
really
good
think
show.
they did.
Again, they
No,
sold it
yeah.
to me. I like the theme, I like the music. It's just that drill thing at the end is like the only thing that bugged me about it.
Yeah.
And like it's just I feel like if they did it forwards, like that first one where they like kind of looped it, if they did it forwards, I think it would have been better achieved.
Yeah.
Just
Oh, for
because
sure.
they see where they're going.
Yeah.
Instead of backwards.
I mean, hey, to be honest with you, they got into finals, and that's really all they cared about. I basically I went up to the directors like right before they were warming up, and I was like, they sound good, and then they're like, thanks, dude. We're just happy to be here. I'm like, honestly, at this point, it doesn't matter. You're here. You're fine. Whatever happens,
Yeah.
happens. You're there. Just you're good. And they're like, yeah, that's our thought process about it all. And I'm like, awesome.
So
This is actually
Westfield,
yes, this is the group that I worked with over the summer.
but I came and saw them in rehearsal, right?
Yeah, yeah. They won Scholastica and ISMA. And that means state champions back to back. Should have been an open this year, I think, but they decided to stay in Scholastic one more year, which is okay. And they then they're going to make the jump up to open this year and upcoming year. And this is their first year ever doing BOA. Made regional finals,
Did well.
made 9th place at Louisville, and then 19th place at Indy Super, and they were 0.9 out of finals at Super Regionals. So
Yeah. So I mean, great
not
season.
bad.
So
No, great season for sure. Definitely a very awesome season. This is their last run at Franklin Central. You can skip a little bit because they also do a corral. There we go. ISMA.
I think I know who that is.
Yeah.
He was at
Yeah,
Taze
Sean.
Valley.
Yeah. Yeah.
Very bright colored show. I really like it.
Yeah.
Oh. Okay. I almost added one this year. This is where I heard them in rehearsal.
Yeah.
So there should be a mellow solo coming up soon.
This is still the second movement.
They like that Hulk kick. Again, I almost added one this year. I'm probably gonna try and do one next year.
Yeah, the director does. I don't know.
I like it. I don't blame him.
I mean, I do, but I feel like that's just something for Phantom.
I think if you do it, it's got to be once in the show. Like
Yeah.
if you do it once, it needs to be like a good moment, not just to do it. If that makes sense.
No,
And I had like one good moment this year to do it. I do like the uniform.
It's a kind of a love-hate uniform for me because I just don't. It was reused from their winter show. It just didn't fit the theme to me like all that much.
Yeah, and I can see where you are with that. It's just watching their light screen time in that uniform.
Oh
is
yeah,
very
definitely. Here's where the mellow solo is.
Knew it was coming up at some point.
At some point.
He's a killer player from what I remember.
He really is. I like this drumline feature. For some reason, the choreo for this little brass feature here kind of just like, I don't know, I really like it. You'll see. I don't know why. I don't know why I like it, but it's just weird.
That right there.
Like the little, like, kind of like crab step kind of thing. I'm just like, huh.
If they did it sequentially, I would have liked it more.
Right.
Just like that. We're such a small group. I wouldn't say small, but I mean, they are a small group. They are very well trained.
Oh, definitely.
never want to assume.
No, yeah.
Very well trained group. Very,
Yeah, for sure.
very well trained.
I was really, really impressed with what they could do as a smaller group and as one that, because they're like demographically and geographically, they're in the right area for, because they are literally, my house is a 10-minute drive from their high school tops.
Mhm.
So they're right next to Carmel, and in this area of central Indiana where things are just like Fishers, Fishers in that area,
Mhm.
Noblesville's in that area. Brownsburg's a little bit south, but they're still in that area,
Oh,
Avon.
yeah.
They're like right next to Brownsburg's right next to Avon. So, they're right in this area for development in terms of like fine arts
Oh, yeah.
and especially marching band. Like that area is just a hotbed, and that city has been growing like wildfire. So many parents, so many people are moving there with their young kids and will feed into this program. And I'm very interested
Oh,
to see
yeah.
where this goes in the next couple of years. I wouldn't shock me if their director tries their hand at Nats next year, because if they're going to be open, they won't have Scholastic A. They won't have to do 2 competitions in a day. If they want to do Indie Super, they'll have just a straight up day where they can just devote to Indie Super.
Oh, yeah.
And
And that's great for an organization, especially
100%.
ever since I saw them back during finals week. I mean, they improved immensely. That's a whole season, basically.
Oh yeah.
So
They nailed it. They were really damn good, and I think that next couple of years they're going to become an Indiana powerhouse because they have the
Oh,
winter
yeah.
training. They also don't take any breaks. They go straight into
all
winter,
year.
which keeps right, and that just keeps developing their players. And I'm kind of curious to see what they do in winter this year. I might have to come up to Dayton for the World Championship so I can see them perform at winter season. So we'll see what
Mhm.
happens there, because I was very intrigued by their program and very intrigued by their staff, and their
Mhm.
staff has the right idea. I really enjoyed their director and their staff. I really enjoyed working with them this year. I think that they're going to be really good in the next couple of years. Just because they have that right area. Because as much as I don't like to admit it, there is a bit of money that comes into bands and their success.
Mhm.
Whether that be for the best music arrangers, the best choreographers, the best staff, um, and because that area is growing rapidly in wealth. So I think that they're on a very upwards, what's the word? Momentum. They have a lot of upwards momentum, and I
Mhm.
think they're going to turn that into something special here in the next couple of years. So this is interesting group for me, and this is an interesting group that we should definitely keep an eye on
Oh,
over the
yeah.
next couple of years, because if I have a feeling they're going to try their hand at Nats, and like maybe as soon as next year. And if they try their hand at Nats, and if they make state finals next year, and they try their hand at Nats next year, and get maybe like top 25, I don't even want to think about what could happen in 2 years.
Oh, yeah. Seriously.
Like they could
And if their
definitely.
band gets bigger,
Oh yeah, yep,
definitely becoming a threat. Like
yeah.
that would be that numbers also help with your score. I hate
Oh,
to say it,
100%. Oh,
but
100%. I mean, I hate to say it, but that is genuinely.
the
That
bigger
is
bands
genuinely.
do better. Like even if they don't do better, if that makes sense, you'll get kind of brownie points for being bigger because you can hide more music flaws, you can hide more visual flaws.
Yeah, but
So it's
even when you look at this group though, they can't hide that, and they didn't hide any really visual
yeah.
inconsistencies. They're pretty nails visually.
Oh, I mean,
Um,
like, and they have to be.
yeah,
With that small of a group.
but they were nails. Like you might have to be nails, but you aren't always going to be nails. But that group was nails.
Oh, yeah. Well, I
So
mean, congratulations to them for having a great season.
yeah, for sure.
To everyone whose marching season's done, congrats on having a great year.
Yeah.
I know we
Now
still
we
got
turn.
some wrapping up the next couple weeks.
Yep. Yeah, we do.
So
Yeah, we do. We got We got big boy. We got big boy Carmel kind of trying to show up.
We
Let's
got
see if they can do it.
we
Let's
got
see
the
if.
bigger Fort Texas is next week. But
Oh yeah.
my question
Whatever.
is, let's talk about briefly BOA finals.
Okay.
Who's that finals bubble? What's it gonna look like?
So I
'Cause
think
that's a
I think there's a given. There's a couple groups that are a given. I think we can safely bet that there's going to be Broken Arrow, Avon, Carmel, and Tarpon in finals. I think William Mason's right there too. As far as at that point, you'd have to also include I guess you know what? I'm gonna pull up the list real quick because
yeah, because that's a now
Horn
we're
Rank don't
approaching
fail
it.
me.
This whole episode.
All right,
was
let's
supposed to be
see.
centered around.
So we've got some of the groups here. So Tarpon Springs, Avon, Carmel, Broken Arrow, William Mason, Dobbins Bennett, Fishers. I don't think so. I think those top 6 are a lock. I want to say they're a lock.
I would agree, roughly.
So that leaves 6 spots to play around with. I could see Fishers making it in. I could see Brownsburg making it in. I could see Castle having a case. I could see Mustang having a case. I could see Prosper from Texas having a case. I could see American Fork from Utah having a case. I think Johnson from Texas has a case. I think Burns has a case. I am a little hesitant on Hendrickson having a case, but they still have one. O'Fallon Township has a case. Lincoln Way has a case.
I think O'Fallon will make it.
I don't think O'Fallon will make it.
I think they have a good chance to make it.
I think they have a good chance to make it for sure. I don't think that they will. I think they might just be right on the edge there, and that's okay. I am very, very intrigued by Castle because what I saw a couple weekends ago from Indy Super, they played lights out. They were really cool. They were definitely very, very, very cool. I really like their show. I love their ballad because it has in their ballads, one is the loneliest number, and it goes from a flute solo to a trombone that just absolutely swings. And it's really, I mean, you know the one I'm talking about. The man just rocked out. Love that. I am very interested to see where they go with that, especially this weekend too, because with it being ISMA State Finals, we get to see Avon, Carmel, Fishers, Brownsburg, Castle, Homestead. Homestead to a lesser extent, because Homestead's been going through it a little bit, and I just don't think they're in the finals bubble this year, which is weird to say because Homestead
basically top 6 is the only thing that's locked in. Bottom 6 and first however many out is finals bubble.
I think let's see. So I'm kind of going off this dude's list on the Hornrank forums. His predictions are Tarpon Springs winning music and GE and winning the whole thing. Avon winning visual in second place, then Broken Arrow, then Carmel.
If we had judges that were young,
then DB,
maybe.
No. And then we have
judges
Johnson
who respect new
for Fishers, American Fork, Brownsburg, Prosper, Rosemount, and then the 13th he has Mustang, 14th he has Castle, 15th he has O'Fallon, 16th is James F. Burns, and then we have, I think that's where we can really cut it off.
No, Tarpon's not gonna get first. There's no way.
Who knows, man? But
if they do, I'll shave my beard.
Okay.
No, never mind. No.
You
almost something's gonna happen.
I almost bet money. I was about to say how much money you want to bet that happens now.
I bet you $20 that Tarpon will not get first place.
I'm not taking that bet.
Yeah.
Peace and love. I'm not taking that bet. But I think there's a case. But I think that the finals bubble is whittled down to, I think it's going to be just 15 bands competing for 12 spots.
Woo!
Because as far as I'm concerned, I don't really see anyone below Burns or O'Fallon making it. I think Burns is just a random wild card this year because how close they were to Dobbins Bennett. Because if they're close to Dobbins Bennett,
oh yeah,
and if Dobbins Bennett places well and plays well, and the judge panel sees it the same way as they did at Jackson State in Alabama, then I think that that's a good shot. And I think that there's a shot there. Rosemount, I'm a little questionable on. I don't know how I feel about that pick. I don't know particularly what Rosemount's doing this year, but I'm very hesitant to agree on them being in with this dude. I don't agree with that at all. Gonna be honest with you. But you know what? Cool. Let's throw darts at the board, see what the hell happens.
Yeah, I
Um,
think that's how finals is gonna be.
That's
Is
a
that
little
bottom-
weird. That's a little weird to me. And I just don't. I don't know. I don't think that's what I think will happen. I think that we're gonna just get. I think the top 6 are safely in.
and then
and I
everything
think the
else
top-
is a dartboard.
I think the top 4 can mix and match placements wherever we want to throw them. As much as I hate to say it, that band has a chance. As much as I really despise to say it because I don't like their show
Avon.
whatsoever.
They whooped them at Indy Super.
They didn't even whoop us. It was one damn judge that had us for some reason half a point behind them. But you know what? Whatever. We'll just get their ass back at Nats. We'll get their ass back at Nats, and
I
I
hope
love it.
I hope they destroy you this weekend at ISPA.
I don't even care, to be honest with you, if we win. I just care that we are at least second to someone other than Avon. Or Tarpon and Broken Arrow on top of both of us. I would love to see that as long as we
Like-
are not.
Like how it should have been in 2018.
Oh, give me a break. Maybe
Just
Avon,
saying.
but not Carmel. Not Carmel in 18. Nope. Nope.
Definitely
You're wrong.
Definitely
Incorrect.
Carmel in 18.
Incorrect.
Definitely,
You
you
are
guys.
wrong, good sir.
You know what?
Oh man.
Whatever.
Whatever. It happened.
Finals bubble.
Finals bubble is weird.
Dartboard.
We're gonna see. We're gonna see what the hell
Um,
happens. I will say one wild card that really, really, really confuses me, Lincoln Way, because seeing them at Indy Super was very interesting. They had a really interesting show. They really used their field well. Same with Grain Valley. That really is an interesting band that I am confused on. I don't know where they're gonna place. I expect a strong showing from the Indiana crew and a lot of people in semis, a lot of bands in semis. I feel as if we can see Columbus from Indiana in semis. I think that's going to be interesting.
This isn't semifinals bubble, sir.
I know. I'm
This
just
is not
saying wild
semifinals
cards.
bubble. This is
And
finals.
then I want to see what happens with the 1A competition because I want Murray to win 1A. I'll say it right now. I want Murray to win.
Well, we'll see. We're
We'll see what
approaching it.
happens. We're
No,
approaching
but
it.
for this weekend we have Texas Grand Nats. I'll call it.
Yeah.
Texas Grand Nats. Texas Nats.
Yeah.
So, but besides for that, that's all we got this week. So join in next week while we cover, kind of a lot more shows ending. I think US bands will be officially done. BOA will have one more weekend. Lots
Yeah.
more states. We'll see if
I have an
Avon
idea for
claps
next week.
Carmel.
I have a-
Clapped Carmel.
I don't think clap, but I don't know. We'll see. I have an idea for next weekend or next week though. I have a very interesting idea.
Is that off podcast?
Yes.
Okay.
Well, it regards the podcast, but
Okay. I convinced them to do straight leg next year.
you did. God bless.
Just saying. I was like,
God
listen,
bless.
there are so many positives because I just don't think the main director, I don't think she's ever done straight leg.
No.
So if you do straight leg the wrong way, it hurts your knees.
Oh,
But if you do it the
100%.
right way, you can have very good technique, and a lot of people prefer straight leg,
Yes.
especially BOA.
Yep.
So, but besides for that, thanks for tuning in this week, and we'll catch y'all next week. Peace out.